Okay, I have to weigh in. I have to put my thoughts out there. The great bathroom debate is waging. It's all over the internet. You find it on Facebook, you find it on the news, you're finding it everywhere you look. And it's getting a little out of hand. The fact is, you know, this is the same stuff that's been happening for years anyway. It's really nothing new. The biggest issue right now is, people going into the opposite sex bathroom and they're afraid that those people are going to go in and abuse the children. Well, I have two daughters. When they were young, if they needed to go into the restroom, I went with them. I looked, I made sure everything was okay. When they were a little bit older, they looked, they made sure everything was okay. It's called common sense. Yeah, there are still issues. The problem is not the LGBT community. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. The problem are the pedophiles and pederasts that are going to go out and hijack that identity and sneak into these bathrooms where they don't belong. And, I don't see a difference between that happening years ago and today. It's just that the light is shining on it today. Maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a new news day. Who knows what will happen. But the fact is, for right now, that's the issue. And it's a hot topic. I mean, people are getting worked up over this. So here's the thing. Unisex bathrooms, they've been around for many, many years. Many years. I went to one in Europe 30 years ago. It kind of surprised me because I didn't know it was one. But the fact is, it happens. And as long as we use common sense, as long as we use logic, and as long as we use appropriate, proactive, behaviors, we can make sure nothing bad is going to happen. Now, here's the biggest issue. What about the parents of opposite sex children? If my girls had been boys, there was no way I was going to go into a men's restroom with them. It just wasn't going to happen. And when they were very little, if they'd been, if I'd had boys, they could have gone into the women's room with me. But after a certain age, that doesn't happen anymore. You can't do it. It's against the rules, right? So how do you deal with that? Well, you have to find a family bathroom. I know that they have one at the theater, our local theater. I'm sure there are other places around here that has them. But also in most restaurants and stuff, the bathrooms are small enough. Poke your head in, open the door, knock on the door, poke your head in, say, is anyone in here? And my child is coming in. And then stand at the door. There are things we can do to take care of our kids. There are things we can do to take care of our family. We've had to deal with this issue for years. So why is it such a hotbed issue right now? Because people are afraid, and fear drives debate. And it's interesting that they're turning it into an LGBTQ community issue, and it's not. It has absolutely nothing to do with that community. It has to do with the fear of people hijacking their identity and using it to access the bathrooms. So, common sense. I don't want to tick anybody off. I'm not trying to start a debate of my own. I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents out there. See ya.